Hello everyone. Okay, shall I begin this webinar? Please give us share, ladies and gentlemen. May I have your attention, please? Okay. A very good afternoon to everyone that has joined our webinar for today. I'm Kishendran Munyandi, and I'll be your moderator for today's coffee break. Okay, first of all, I would like to give a warm welcome and a big thanks to all of you that has decided to be with us in this webinar today, which is held by Masa Avenue International College. I would like to introduce our stars for today. Greetings to RJ Sathiya, who represents from Minal FM, and RJ Els, who represents from Trax FM. Both of you are most welcome to here.
Yay! Thank you.
Okay. Wait for a while.
Nice to meet you, all of you.
Hi, all.
I can see some comments over here.
Yeah,
Hi, Amina.
Hi, Amina. Wow.
Okay. Working in the media field has been a dream of many people around us, even among our friends, am I right? So, working in the media field is not that easy as some have been thinking about. Oh, that is easy only working in media field. That isn't. Well, here are two radio announcers who have joined us today to share their experiences being radio announcer over here to get the people on board who are quite excited about. So, before going deep into this topic, we would like to know both of you better. And at the present, RJ Els, you may introduce yourself over here.
All right. Hi, I'm Els Dines. I'm from Trax FM. And yeah, you can call me Elsa. But yeah, Els Dines. Yeah, I am actually, I started working in Trax FM 4 years ago. I'm from Sarawak. And I lived in UK for about 5 years before moving to KL.
Nice.
But yeah, not gonna say so much. What I'm currently doing now, besides radio announcing, like being on radio, I'm also a public speaking teacher. I'm also a blogger, YouTuber, and just a writer in general. So yeah, that's what I'm currently doing now.
Oh, thank you, RJ Els. Okay, secondly, RJ Sathiya, you may introduce yourself over here.
Hi, everyone. Very glad to meet all of you on this Sunday. Just a brief introduction about myself. I did my bachelor degree, just like you all, but in University of Science Malaysia, few years back, exactly about 11 years ago. So you guys can calculate my age, right? So I'm 30 this year, and I have about 5 years experience working with Minal FM, and I'm sure some of you are familiar with this voice and all. And beside being a radio jockey over here, I used to involve in social-based work, volunteerisms, and I have plenty of experience volunteering myself, volunteering the country to overseas, involving with some projects.
Oh, nice to hear all these things from you guys.
Yeah, that's a little bit about myself. Yep.
Yeah, okay, it's okay. Thank you anyway. I see. Literally glad to meet both of you over here. So, first of all, I'm going to ask to RJ Els. Okay, Els, if you don't mind, can you share us why did you choose to become a radio announcer?
Okay, so, can I be really honest? Can I be really honest?
Okay, sure.
Of course you can.
I'll unlike many people, right? Maybe unlike Satya, I did not really see myself, having always wanted to. I didn't see myself as a radio announcer, but I know I've always wanted to be in entertainment. So ever since I was young, I always wanted to be like on TV or stuff like that. So after I moved back from UK, which was like 2017, uh, Trax FM was holding this audition. And at that time, you guys will know next time. When you finish studying, you're just like lost. Oh, what should I do? What should I do next? Where's my future? What am I going to do? So at that time, I was taking a few months off, okay? Like no study, no work, a few months off. And then I heard that Trax FM was auditioning for new DJs. So
Okay.
I just tried my luck. Please know that I have an MBA in finance. No master,
Wow.
nothing. Yes, I'm
Nice
actually
to
a
hear.
finance background. So I tried my luck at my audition, and like basically because we grow up listening to radio, our era, we grow up listening to radio. So what I can remember and what I can apply, I just do it on my audition, and then they liked it and they asked me to start the next month. So yeah, that's why I become a radio announcer. It was just a little bit of luck and also like entertainment industry. Like I said, I always wanted to be in entertainment. So yeah.
Wow.
That's
This
interesting.
was so cool to hear, Alice. Okay, now, how about Adi Satya? Why did you choose to become a radio jockey?
Yeah, mine is totally different compared to else.
Yeah,
Because I did
initiative
my
here.
bachelor in communication and my major was broadcasting, film and broadcasting. So I really studied for it. And there's another experience of being a campus DJ at USM. So I used to be a campus
Oh,
DJ. So I started my journey
nice.
from there. But I was a Malay announcer back then.
Cool.
So I had a yep. So I had a little experience from my campus moments, and then I applied internship at RTM, and that's how I got involved myself with RTM. Yeah. So after I did my internship and all that, so my career started after my graduations and all that. So I did give a try for my auditions, and I got selected for Tamil station. Initially, I wanted to join Malay station, but I got selected for Tamil station, and then slowly I'm trying to how to say looking for some opportunities in other stations as well. So after working under contract for 3 years, now I'm working here, but I do have some future plans lah. Maybe I can venture into Malay station maybe in 1 or 2 years time. Yeah, we are working on it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay, this was also quite cool to hear, actually.
Yeah, actually
Okay.
broadcasting is my passion. So
Yeah,
especially you really need to have passion before you involve in
Mm-hmm.
this field
yeah,
actually, because
exactly.
you,
Yes.
you, you can't be like expecting working 9 to 5, getting leave during your public holidays or for your raya,
Mm.
your Deepavali and all that. You can't expect that in this field. So you must
Yeah.
sacrifice all this in order to be in this field. Then only you can
Yes.
sustain. If not, it's very hard for you to sustain in the field.
Yes. I agree
That's
with
the
Yeah.
good
Satya
part and
because
also
we have
yeah.
no public holidays. We have no public holidays.
Ah, you know, right?
Yes.
No public holidays.
So if you really
Oh,
want to choose this career, you must be ready to sacrifice all these privileges.
Yeah. Because you know what they say about entertainment? Entertainment industry does not sleep.
Yes.
yeah,
Even
Mm-hmm.
during
exactly.
this pandemic.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, this was also quite cool here. Okay, Alice, if you don't mind, can you share us your specific experiences in broadcasting industry, and
Oh,
especially as a
wow.
radio jockey in Trax FM at the moment?
Yes, yes. I actually have quite a lot, but I'm just gonna pick a few that really comes up to my head. I got to interview James Blunt. I don't know whether you know
Wow.
who James Blunt. Yeah, but he sings that song, "You're Beautiful." That one.
Oh, you see?
Yeah, he sings that song. So I got to interview him, which was really, really nice. And I got to work with a lot of local artists as well, like Jacqueline Victor. We've also got Awal Ashari, the actor. So you get to meet a lot of these people and work with them, especially when in RTM because we do a lot of collaboration. Yeah, I'm sure Satya will know. And also, I quite enjoy the CSR programs that we have, like because I mean, pre-pandemic, of course. I'm talking about pre-pandemic, okay? Because we
Okay.
get to go out and do events. We get to go out and do concerts. We get to meet and greet. And I like the CSR programs, like the old folks home, the children's home. I like it because it really keeps me humble, and it makes me think like, oh my gosh, I'm so blessed, like, okay, why? Because I complain quite a lot. Oh my gosh, the weather is so hot. Oh my gosh, I don't like this food. I mean, yeah, it probably makes me sound like a brat, but sometimes because it's like, when you can do better or like have something better, then you complain, right? But when you are forced to go to this like old folks home, you get to see how they live, and it's like really it keeps me very very humble. And so that was the first few years. The first 2 years when we did CSR programs, I'm always very like, wow, okay, I really have not been grateful enough. So ever since then, every day nowadays, like I just write down 3 things I'm grateful for, and like just very happy. You need to be grateful. So
Yeah,
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 those are the
exactly.
3 specific experience I would say like really, really makes me feel happy to be a radio announcer in Tracks FM, of course.
Interact them. Okay.
Berhikmat untuk negara else.
Huh?
Berhikmat untuk negara.
Literally, like, so relieved to hear this from you, else. Okay, here, how about RJ Satya? Can you share your specific experiences in broadcasting industry and especially as a radio jockey in Manila FM?
Yeah, of course, I do have wide experience, but to be like to make it short, maybe I can pick one or two just to highlight this. One of my memorable experience working with Minnal is when I got selected to represent Malaysia in 2017 to Sri Lanka. Only 20 youth will be selected to involve in international mission. So I'm one of the Indian girl. So by being away from work officially for 2 months, and I was staying there, and then I was doing live coverages from there, and not
Wow.
only for Minal FM, I was giving crossover live to Malay stations and also Minal and also tracks if I'm mistaken.
Mm.
So we were giving, I mean, I was giving live coverages from there. I mean, what's happening there? What are the projects that we are doing there? How we are helping people over there. So it's really an amazing experience, I would say, because it's a international experience. It's a very
Yeah.
very expensive experience, I would say. And then once I
Mm.
returned back to Malaysia after 2 months, of course I did miss my working life for 2 months, being being an announcer here. I miss my studio, I miss my work, I miss my people over here, I miss my fans and all. But I did get my self satisfaction, the self satisfaction, also self happiness, I would say,
Mm.
because I left everything just to help people over there. It's a blessing, I would say. Just now, else also
Mm.
did mention that we should
Mm.
Yeah.
feel very blessed to be here in Malaysia, because when you compare countries, like a third world country like Sri
Yeah.
Lanka or some other countries, right? I feel that we are very much better, and we should feel very blessed to be here.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm not saying that we have everything here, but
Yeah.
Mm. As
compare with the
compared,
countries,
yeah.
When we compare with other countries,
we
it's
really have to be
literally
thankful.
blessed to have here.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
exactly, exactly. So of course, a leader or a country cannot satisfy everybody or every citizens, right? We do have some little dissatisfactions with some decisions, with some policies and all that. But apart from that,
Yeah.
at least we are very happy to live here. We will be like very peaceful to be here, unlike some other
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
countries.
Yes.
Yeah, that's one of the most expensive experience, I would say. And the other one is covering during election time.
Wow. So
Yeah,
brave.
for,
It's, it's
oh,
So brave.
actually, that was my first time voting for country. At the same time, because I did undi post. So it was my first experience, voting experience as well. At the same time, I was giving coverages from Segamat Johor. So I was away for
Oh,
2 weeks
okay.
just to do the coverages from there. And then I did some coverages for news department, Trax FM, Malay station, and also Minal FM. So all the languages.
Very
So,
good.
Oh, I
so,
see.
so I at that moment I really feel proud as a media person, because that time, I mean, people will be listening on the current updates. They can't be in the situation, or they can't be in the exact place that we are there, because everybody
Ah,
will be like busy voting. They'll be
Yeah.
like listening what is the results, what's happening there,
yeah,
what's happening here. But as a media person, we are the official person, or we are the authoritative person, we are giving it. Of course, nowadays you can see, like, in a social media, many are becoming the unofficial reporters, unofficial announcers
I know
by doing
that.
live coverages and all that. But we are the authority person. We will be giving exactly the right and approved informations only as a government media.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So
Okay,
it's a new experience for myself, and also very much valuable experience, I would say.
good, good. Actually, we just got to know about it. Okay, Aji
Yeah.
Satya, actually, what are the skills required to be a radio jockey?
Oh, okay. Uh, Basically, you really have to be good in communicating and mingling with
Yeah,
others. You can't be like very
yeah,
passive. Like paper qualification is always come secondary. Like else, she
Yeah.
doesn't have
Yeah.
paper qualification in MESCOM,
I have
but she
nothing. I
did.
have nothing.
Yes, so it's a prime example for all of us, because it's more on talent base. As long
Yes.
you can
Yes.
communicate well, you can mingle well with anybody, that will be a plus point, I would say. And of course, the language. If let's say you are decided to be in Tamil station, make sure you really must be good in that language. But I'm not saying that just because you decided to be in Tamil station, you can't be like good in other languages. No, but especially when you come to like a government media, Malay is essential. You must be good in other languages as well as a radio announcer, because the expectation will be there.
yeah,
Because whenever you tell others that you are working as a radio announcer, people will be thinking, wow, you must be good in this language, you must be good in
Oh.
that language. They will have that high expectation. They'll
Yeah.
be comparing. So that's very important. And then if you have paper qualification, like you're having like a degree in MESCOM, communications or broadcasting, it will be an added advantage, I would say,
Yes. Yes.
because like my experience and else are totally different. She doesn't
Yeah.
have any paper qualification, but still she can become a good
yeah,
announcer in tracks. But
yeah.
I have started my career. I mean, before I started my career as a radio announcer in Minal FM, I was a campus DJ. So I
Yeah.
had a little knowledge on this field during my students' life itself, and I really studied for it. So when you studied for it, you will have a better understanding on how it does it
Yeah.
Yeah,
work, the
Yeah.
entire
yeah,
system.
Correct.
yeah, yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. Because
At
I
the same,
find it quite tough. I found it quite tough. Because I did not have the skills. Like, yeah, talent is one thing. Talent is one
yes.
thing. But I did not know. Okay, why is this like this? How long should a talk set be? Like I thought we could go on and on and on, but actually, there's a certain time limit for you to talk on air. There's a certain thing. There are certain things that RJ Satya would know better than me. Until now,
Yeah.
yes, for sure, for sure.
Especially the technical part. And then apart from this, I would say that you must be very knowledgeable, and you must like always look for information. For
Yes.
example, you might have like opportunities to interview a minister or an athlete. So the nature of the talk set or the interview will be different. When you talk to a sportsman, the questions that you're gonna ask, it's more on sports based, sport news. So you must have wider knowledge on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And when sometimes you tend to interview like artists, entertainment person, and all that. You must switch yourself to get a
Fun.
proper
Yeah.
knowledge on that.
Fun. Yeah.
You can't be like
Yeah.
so formal. You have to be like very
Yeah.
santa, and then you must have some knowledge on this entertainment industry as well. So it's depend. You like a doctor, they will be good in medicines, prescriptions, medical terms and all that. But as an announcer, I would say that you must be all rounded.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, because
yeah,
sometimes
exactly.
you need to produce a health program, so you must have wider knowledge on that before
Yeah.
you could
Yeah,
ask your panel the questions. Before you throw any questions, roughly you must know what are the expected answers that you should be getting.
Mm.
Sometimes I do have experience in correcting my panels, the answers that they're supposed to
Yeah.
give us.
Mm.
You know,
oh, okay.
so
Yeah.
in
So
order to
a
that,
lot of the times, right? I realize this a lot of the times whenever people say, "Oh, you're a radio DJ," easy lah.
Ah,
I can go on
exactly.
like I can go on like DJ Sathiya, right, and say no 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 no. I can go on for 1 hour. What do you mean
yeah, else
easy? Do you
because
know? Yeah, correct.
yeah, because when the moment you say that you are a DJ or radio announcer, people will be thinking, your work is just talk and play
Yeah,
songs only, ma. Very
Mm,
yeah,
easy. You can sit and talk,
yeah,
play songs. You can enjoy while playing the song, but actually, it's not.
yeah, it's not.
Actually,
yeah.
It's
it's
not.
not at
It's
all.
not. And
Yeah.
Okay.
I also think one of the really significant skills that I've learned as a radio announcer, right, is the timing. I think I can speak for Satya and myself, right? Timing is very important. The timing to the dot. We need to have it to the
Exactly.
dot. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Okay,
then you must
nice,
do
nice.
research. You can't be like simply talk on certain topic. You
Mm,
cannot
Yeah,
simply pick
exactly.
any topic and talk. you
yeah.
know you must do research on the topic that you're going to
Mm.
say. You can't be like
Because
simply,
otherwise you
yeah,
sound silly, you sound silly and people can tell when you don't know what you're talking about, people can tell.
because you are carrying your image and your station's image as well.
Hmm.
So you must be very careful on what you are saying. That's very
Yeah.
important, especially when you are in government media, I would say. Because
Yeah,
Mm.
nowadays people are accessible to social medias and all that. They won't be like waiting for the next day's
Hmm.
newspaper to write something about you. They can write
yeah,
anything in your social media. They can just tarnish your name if you are
Yeah.
not
yeah.
really good,
Whatever they want to share.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So you must
exactly.
be, yeah.
Nice, nice. Okay, else, I'm coming to you right now. Actually,
Okay.
to what extent you enjoy working as a radio announcer in Tracks FM?
All
To
right.
what
I think
extent you enjoy working?
to what extent? I think
Yeah,
so obviously every station is different. Later on, maybe Satya will share hers. But in
Yeah,
Track
sure.
FM, I get to do voice-over acting, like voice acting. Like there's a comic, and then I get to
yeah,
use my voice, like hello, hi. So I get to explore
yeah,
that because I never thought I could do voice acting because I always thought like, okay, I'm only an MC, I'm only a radio. So I think it was last year I really got to learn how to use my voice. So when they asked me to play an evil character, that is the best because I think I do evil character the best because So I
okay,
love voice acting so much. I really love voice acting. So Trax FM has managed to give me some of those opportunities. And when people heard my voice, some listeners, because we never know who is tuning in. So maybe there's
yeah,
Yes.
some talent manager that, oh, I quite like this voice. So then they reached out to me and asked me to do voiceover for them. So that's a very good opportunity for
yeah,
me. And yeah, through Tracks FM, I got to do that. I got to
And
learn
else,
about voice
sometimes
acting.
ministers also do listen to our programs and all that,
Yes,
because
yes.
I personally have been received a few compliments from them. I did receive like surat penghargaan, appreciation
Yes,
letter from ministry and all that, because we
yes,
never know from which
yeah,
part of the world people are
yeah,
yes,
listening us
yeah,
as well. Because now, via internet, you can even listen if you are in
yes,
other countries,
yes.
and we
Mm-hmm,
have
mm-hmm.
apps and all that. People can listen
Exactly.
anywhere.
wherever they are. Yeah,
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 wherever they are. So that's why I said, like, you must be very very careful on what are you
yeah.
delivering. That's very important.
yeah,
Exactly. And besides like voice acting, right? I think I'm not sure about Satya. I think she's definitely had more experience than me. But I got to go on TV. I got to host for TV. I got to be a guest on TV. Yeah, so it's a
nice,
very good
good, nice,
opportunity
good.
because yeah, in RTM, there's TV, there's news, there's
Yeah,
radio. So they
yeah,
will
yeah,
say, okay, we need someone from the English radio station who can speak well, who's a female, who can do this. And then so my boss, my station manager will obviously pick me and like ask me to go on TV to host for that. And that's how I got to go on TV the first time last year. And then ever since then, I kept on going on TV, which was a very good experience. But honestly, I love radio so much. I really
Oh,
prefer radio because it's like on TV you cannot laugh like ha 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 ha. You have to like
yeah, exactly.
you know
In front of the screen.
But another part of being in radio is like you will be like one man show, you know. You will be the producer, you will be the
Yes.
announcer, you will be, I mean, selecting the songs, you will
Yes.
plan everything. I mean, on like say you are doing a morning show, right? I mean, you will plan everything on what you're gonna say. I mean, how your show
Yeah.
is gonna be about and all that. Unlike
Okay.
TV, you will have your crew members, you will have your producers, you will have your assistant,
Yeah.
technical person, camera
They'll just
person,
assist
Yeah.
a
you
lot
all,
of
right?
things. Yes, you will
Yeah.
be just like listening to their instructions and
Yeah.
act accordingly. You won't
You
be
are
having that
basically
much of freedom.
yeah. You are basically just gonna hold the mic and oh hi good
Oh,
yeah you're
radio not like that,
basically
huh?
doing that.
No,
Huh?
no, no. Radio is more
Radio
on
not like
one
that.
man
No,
show.
no.
Oh, one man show. I see.
One man show. So because
You
I
have to
like
handle
doing
everything.
yeah, I like doing tough work. So that's why I prefer radio.
Okay.
But you know, that's pro and cons, Kishan,
Yeah.
because let's say you are in radio, right? You will plan according to your idea, your creativity. You won't be like depending to others'
Others.
instructions or others'
Oh,
Mm.
idea. Like TV, TV you won't have much freedom. Whereby,
Mm.
especially, I mean, TV you will be getting instructions from producers if you are not the producer of the show. You are just
Yep.
conducting the show, you are not the
Yeah.
producer, so you will be
Yeah.
yeah.
listening, and then you will act according to their idea, or
Mm.
you will be like acting according to their execution.
Yeah.
You won't be
Yeah,
having the
exactly.
power to make the decision on how
Yeah.
you're going to conduct the show. Everything is like
Yeah.
pre-planned, and
Mm.
you will just act accordingly.
Correct.
Unlike
Correct.
radio, you will have the flexibility because the
Yeah.
Yeah.
entire show you are the one who are doing it. You are the
Mm-hmm.
producer,
Yeah.
so you have plenty of choices. You can
Yeah.
just bring your idea, your creativity, and it's depend to you fully.
Mm. And I
Yeah.
think for radio, right? For radio, because you speak on the dot, you know, for TV, people feed you the information. For
Yes,
radio, that's one of our skills that we have for radio, right? We can just, you throw us a question, okay, we know how to answer. You ask us to ask the question, we know how to ask. So for TV, because I've met, like, I do have some friends who are TV hosts, they are always waiting for directions, you know, like, because people will be handing them the information, whereas
Yeah.
we prepare it ourselves and we are more ready. So I
yes.
feel like that's one of the advantages of being on radio. You are very focused, like quick, like that. So yeah, I quite like that.
I just want to
And
add on a little bit on that. But just because we are doing it through radio, people only can listen to your voice. So your voice must be very powerful. The way you
yeah,
conduct, the way
Yeah.
you
Exactly.
present it is very very important to catch people's attention. You know, unlike
mm,
TV they have visuals. So even
Yeah.
your script or the way you deliver the content is not really interesting. Also doesn't matter because people still can see your visuals. They'll get
correct.
entertained.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So actually it's easier to grab attention if you are with TV compared to
Yeah,
radio.
yeah,
Radio, your plus is your voice. At the same
correct,
time,
Yeah.
correct.
each and everything, the content, the way of delivering, the way of you presenting the show, it's very very important because people are not seeing you. They will be just listening to your voice
Voice.
when they
Yeah.
travel, when they're at home.
Yeah,
They don't
Whenever
know
they
who.
just tune the radio.
Yes, that's the most
mm,
important part. So it's a
exactly.
challenge. At the same time, it's a plus point. I would say it's
Yeah,
depend
so
on
if
how you
you
see
like
it.
challenges, if you really like challenges, definitely for sure. I mean I love radio because of the challenge. Like sometimes
Yeah.
last minute, oh there's a guest, you're gonna be interviewing a doctor. You're going to be interviewing a CEO. Oh, of course I'm scared because I get nervous, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, then I have to do my study, do my
Yes, but
research.
the best part is being with radio. Even if you're nervous, people can't see you,
Yeah, people can't
so
see
you
you.
can just find.
Yeah.
Yeah, people can't
But
even see
TV,
you.
people will be like observing you, so you can't be like showing off your entire
Yeah.
emotion. You know.
Correct. And I think one of the reasons why I also like working as a radio announcer in tracks is, of course, people won't really recognize because I've had this situation. I'm not sure about Satya. I've had this situation before where I was in a Grab car And then I just spoke to the driver. I just said, oh, I'm going here. You sound familiar. People don't know my face, but people
Yes,
know
yes.
my voice. So,
Yes.
do you work for Trax FM? I said, how do you know? You know? So it's very surprising every time you have someone say, I know your voice, because normally it's like, I know who you are, I know how you look. So it's so different when people say, I know your voice. Wow, okay, so that's a different feeling now. And then,
Yeah.
yeah.
But if you are with TV, people get to recognize you easier compared to radio. So if
Correct.
really like to be like glamour one, better go for TV.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yes.
I also feel like since working in tracks, right? Because I'm gonna be very, how to say, I'm gonna be very honest. I suffer from stuttering, you know stuttering, like sometimes. So
Oh,
I
yeah,
actually
yeah.
do suffer from that. I know a lot of singers do. Ed Sheeran does as well. So I feel like, because on radio, uh, you can't, you obviously you can't after you can't, so you have to keep practicing, and that's why I kept practicing until like it's just
Yeah, with the flow.
yeah, it's just smooth.
It's a very important skill. Just now I saw one of the participant asked this question as well: how to build confidence to be a announcer or DJ something. How do you gain confidence becoming a DJ? I think else you already answered that questions.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you,
Yeah, confidence is one of the
Practicing yourself.
most important
Yeah.
skill that you should have as a DJ, I would say, because people are listening to your voice. So even from your voice, people can sense it whether you are being very nervous or you are
Yeah,
confident enough to
the
deliver the
way we are
content.
talking, isn't it?
Yeah.
exactly. So you can see the example. Okay, example one. Hey, good evening. It's Els Dimes. This is Trax FM. Or would you listen to, hey, what's up? Good evening. It's Els Dimes with you until 9 p.m. So you see, that's the
See,
difference there, you see?
quite attractive that we priced before.
But of
Yeah.
course, you can build the confidence as time goes.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yes,
initially,
that's
even
what I did,
even
yeah.
yeah, initially, even when I started my career as a radio announcer, I experienced all these things. My first
Yeah.
show, I was like,
Oh my God.
shivering inside, you know.
Yeah, I can feel it as well.
But
You know
as
what?
time
can feel it.
goes, yeah.
I recorded my first show, and whenever I look back, I just cringe. I'm like, I can't listen to this, it's so bad.
Exactly. So that's how you improvise, lah. In
Yeah.
fact, I can give you one or two tips. Always be the first person to start the communication. Farhan, right? I give you another tips. Let's say you are in the lift or escalator, or maybe you are with your neighbors and all that. Be always, I mean, start the conversation.
Yeah.
To go,
Simple. Hey, what's up?
yes, simply
What's up?
approach somebody, simply to go, simply say any greetings, good morning, and all that. Don't wait for another person to communicate, to start communicating with you. You must start the communication first. It
Yeah,
slowly
doing
it
that
will start
actually.
to, yes, slowly it will help you to boost confidence. I did that,
Yeah.
and I'm doing it until today.
Oh,
You'll
yes.
feel happy when you do that. Initially, you will feel like, Alama, what people will think when I simply start my communication.
They'll think
I
that
not
you are
even
mad.
know you. Who are
Yeah.
you? People will be thinking like we are crazy. Why suddenly they are starting?
Yeah.
I mean,
you
started
need to be
communication.
you need to be
Yes.
okay with people thinking you are crazy, If you think
Yes.
these people think I'm crazy. No,
No, no,
you
no.
Don't think alike as
other people's opinion doesn't matter anymore.
doesn't matter. You
Yes.
just couldn't care
You
about
don't
the
have to
people's
feel.
opinion.
Yes, you don't have to feel hesitate to start communicating with others.
Yeah.
Start from
Communicate
there.
actually is most important in our daily life, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, because you never know. Sometimes you suddenly your producer or your management will come and tell you have to interview this minister because we receive last minute request, or it's Arahan or something. You can't escape. You can't be like saying, "Oh no, I'm very scared to interview this minister. I
Yeah,
don't
you
want."
cannot.
You won't have that
Yeah.
option.
That's
Yeah,
impossible
correct.
thing.
Correct.
So you have to switch to the tone. You have to switch immediately and prepare
Yeah.
yourself accordingly.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to you might have opportunities to interview small kids, so when you talk to small kids you have to modulate your voice a bit, you have to
Yeah.
tone down a bit. You can't be like so formal with
Uh,
kids, with
Yeah.
children, because
And
their
that's
nature is
another
different.
skill. That's another skill.
Yeah.
Working in the radio industry has taught all of us, I think, because we
Yeah.
get to switch up. We get to switch roles,
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that is quite.
you
Yeah.
you have to be like twin according to your panel's age, the
Yeah.
positions, all these things lah, the
Yeah.
backgrounds and all
Correct.
that. Yeah.
Correct. And also what Satya said just now, I
This,
think a lot of knowledge, like we learn a lot because we do a lot of research. So we
Yeah.
learn new things
yeah,
every day. Every single day we learn new things. So that is one of the also one why I like working as a radio host.
Yeah, I just want to
yeah,
add
I know
a
that.
little bit, Kishan, because if
Yeah.
like
Oh yeah, sure.
Minnal FM, right? We do have
Yeah.
cater some programs for old people, old songs, and then we do cater some programs for youth, and then we have some programs for school children. So the nature of the program is totally different. When you talk to old people, you can't be like so hyper,
Yeah, yeah,
like you,
Yeah.
you can't like communicating very fast, because their pace
Yeah.
will be very slow. So
yeah.
you have to tone down a bit, talk
Mm.
slowly. uh, the respect must be there. Everything
Yeah.
people will
Yeah, you
observe.
need to know your audience.
Yes, yes,
Yeah.
that's the essence.
Audience.
You must
Yeah.
know.
Before
The-
before you are pricing anything, you should know who's your audience first. Am I right?
yes, that's very important.
So this extent both of you enjoyed in the broadcasting industry and especially as a radio jockey, am I right? So here I go to Aji Satya.
Okay.
Aji Satya, as a radio announcer, what are the challenges that you are facing during this pandemic time and especially during this EMCO period as well?
Wow, that's an interesting
The
question, I would say.
challenges. Yeah.
Yeah, because when some people can get the options to work from home, we don't really have that option. But of course,
Yeah.
commercial radio, they are doing it. But as RTM radio stations, we are not allowed to do that because every hours we do have news, and news will be only read lively. It's not recorded, so we can't be doing it from home. So we have to come to the studio and all that. But one of the biggest challenges, I would say, is like previously we used to interview people and then we used to invite them to our studio. It will be like more fun and lively, but due to all this MCO and all that, we have restrictions on that. So all the interviews at the moment, we are carrying it through phone call interviews. We are making it as a phone call interviews, no more like a live or face-to-face interviews. So the challenges, else no better, right? I mean, when you talk to a panel through phone calls and face-to-face is totally different. Sometimes some people, they might not good in their language, or they might not good in delivering their content even though they are expert in the subject. So normally before we interview a panel, we will be doing like a 10 or 15 minutes of like ice breaking
Correct.
session, like building a rapport with them. We try to get some content before we go on live, before we go on air, but when you doing it through phone calls, it's difficult for us to do that,
Yeah.
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 and then
Because
we
you
can't
will be
predict.
checking the phone line first. Oh, is your line
Yes,
okay? That will
yes,
take
and
time
Sometimes it will be
already.
lagging.
exactly.
Yeah.
You can't predict on what panels are going to say or what are the
Yeah.
answers that they're going to give based on the questions that you are asking. So sometimes you might get unexpected answer from the other side.
Yeah.
So I would say that, and then we have time limitations as well. Like bringing a panel to a studio and doing a live, the duration is different compared to phone call interviews. Phone call interviews, we have limitations in terms of live because people not going to listen the long conversation to phone calls.
Correct.
Yeah.
Even you yourself, like
Yeah.
you won't be listening after 3 or 4 minutes.
Yeah, I will be
Alamak,
bored.
so bored lah. Because as I said initially, radio it solely depend on the voice, the way of presenting and all that. So since we don't have any visuals, we can't be doing it. So it's a bit difficult to grab people's attention, to our listeners and all
Yeah.
that. So when you're doing it as a phone calls interview, these are the limitations that we have. And then some programs, we are not producing newly at the moment. We are just repeating at the moment because we have some limitation, because certain programs you need to go to the ground, you have to interview people, you have to meet people, and then that required a lot of preparations as well. And now at RTM we do have limitation in working hours due to all these MCOs and all that, and we are under rotations basis. So with the limited time, with the limited resources, we are trying to cater something good for our listeners. Yes, mentally
Oh,
we
I
are we
see.
are we are down as well, mentally and physically. We ourselves as a radio announcer, we are down as well, because
Mentally.
daily you are seeing COVID updates and all that,
Yeah.
right? And we are seeing,
Yeah.
oh my god, day by day the cases are going up, the impact is very
Yeah.
high. So
Yeah.
you as a normal human being as well. So we do have some feelings. Not to say that
Yeah,
being
exactly.
you can't be like laughing, you can be like
Yeah.
happy go lucky all the time. No, it's not such way. Of
Yeah,
course,
correct.
our work is to entertain people, but at the same time, we do have some personal thinking to handle as well, right? So
Yeah.
it's how you balancing the entire thinking, I would say. Else, you want to add on something?
No, I think
Yeah.
you said it pretty well.
The same challenges that
Yep.
you are facing too, am I
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
glad to hear all of your stuffs.
even
Like,
if you
yeah, yeah,
have
you may.
any emergency occasion, let's say there is a death in your family, or maybe you might have some family problems or personal problems and all that. You can't bringing everything into the studio. The moment you enter the studio, you need to transform as a radio announcer and entertainer, not
Yeah.
as
Yeah.
a normal person or individual. Because people are listening from throughout
Yes.
the world, from
Yeah.
various kind of situations. They are tuning to your station, they wanted to listen to your
Correct.
voice just to get themselves entertained, not to
Yeah,
listen to
yeah.
your sad stories, not to listen to your personal
Yeah.
thinking and all that. So
Yeah,
Correct.
exactly.
yeah, even if you have a lot of challenges, a lot of upsides downs and all that, you have to keep everything outside the studio, and the moment when you enter the studio, you have to transform yourself and
Yeah.
entertain others, no matter
Yeah.
you are you are like in a bad mood or what.
Yeah.
You can't be like explaining to everybody that
Correct.
why are
Because
you like
nobody
this.
cares. Nobody
People,
cares.
nobody cares. Yes.
Yeah.
So in other
So
words, you are
like,
an actor lah, and a
Yes.
Golden Globe actor when you are
Yeah.
a radio announcer.
Maybe
yeah.
after your show you can continue, you can carry back all your emotions lah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But not during the show.
During the show. So yeah.
Yeah,
For
that's
me,
one of the biggest challenge I would say lah. As for me, it's the
Yeah.
biggest challenge because
Huh?
you are not being yourself when you're doing the show.
Yeah,
You
correct.
you are being somebody.
Yeah, you're being somebody. One time, I'm going to share one experience with you. One time, I was having a really bad day. I think this was like last year, and then I cried. Because the song was 5 minutes, so I cried for 3 minutes. Wiped
During the
everything.
song, is it?
Yeah, during the song, I cried.
Oh my god.
yeah.
So I was like crying. Oh, why is this? Hey, what's up, guys? I tell you,
Exactly.
that
This
is
is
very
how the
emotionally
news
tired.
presenters, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
You have to. You
radio
have
announcers
to.
doing. Yeah, you have to, right? It's
Yeah.
yeah,
I
glad to
had
hear
some.
that.
Yeah, of course, I do have some experience. Like some of my, I mean, when my grandparents fall sick and they were admitted in hospital, I was like not really in good mood. I was like so sad with their situations and everything. At point like I don't really feel like going on air. I feel very distracted and I was like very
Yeah.
mentally down and all that. But I don't have any choice.
Yeah. You have
You
to.
So
should go for that.
yeah, so but when you listen to the show, you won't be like even have a thought that this DJ is not really okay or what, because
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
will
yeah.
act accordingly. We
Yeah.
will act as though we are the happiest person in the world and we are ready to
Correct.
entertain you, something like that.
Oh, literally glad to hear all of your styles and challenges that both of you are facing during this MCO period. So, Els, can you talk about the difference being with government media and private media?
That's a good question,
Okay.
Els.
Yeah. I will share a very short one now, okay? Because this is what I have noticed.
Yeah.
In government where we work, there are some issues you can and cannot talk about, especially with politics, okay, because private station, they don't care. No one cares about politics in private station because the government is not giving you money, right? It's not, so you
they
are,
are,
you are
they are not
running-
wanted in
yeah.
government, so they don't
Correct.
have that
Yeah, yeah.
restrictions.
Correct. So of course there are perks, because I do have one of my good friends actually. He switched from government to private, and he told me like recently. He told me it's like selling his soul to the company, to that private company. So because it's like, oh, you're not bringing in any ads, you're not bringing in any advertisements, so we're not gonna increase your pay. You're not gonna get whatever. So that is the main difference, I would say. Like the things you can talk about, because some things are very sensitive. Like obviously, like okay, politics.
Yeah.
Let's say that's why I say Satya is very brave to go and cover election, because when they asked me to cover election, I said no. I said, I don't know anything. You want me to look like a fool? You want Trax FM to look like a fool? You send me, can. And they
Because
were like, whoa,
because the
okay.
usage of the word selection is very very important when it comes to formal kind of
Yeah.
delivering content and all
Yeah.
that, you know. So
Correct.
people will be like watching inch by inch just
Mm.
to wait you. If you do any mistake, then you're
Correct,
gone.
correct.
They
You're
will
gone.
Yeah.
attack us.
Correct. So I
You
think the
know,
government and private, that is the biggest issue. I think not issue, that's the biggest difference. The biggest difference.
yeah,
It's like,
private they have more flexibility lah compared
yeah,
to
you just
government
talk
media.
about celebrity. Oh, Selena Gomez and Justin Bieber broke up. Oh my god. But who cares? I don't care, right? You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
I just want to
yeah.
add a little bit on that, Kishan,
yeah,
because
sure, sure,
another
sure.
one, it's not, like a private station, right? They will be like focusing more on entertainment part. Unlike
Mhm.
government media, it's not only entertainment, but we also focus on the
Information. Mm.
information. So it's like infotainment, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
We will be like giving out informations like governments related informations,
yeah,
like bantuan
yeah.
kerajaan.
Correct,
We
correct.
have like some government's agenda to be passed
Yeah.
on,
So normally
and then
I would pick the money one because everyone wants money, right? Hello, I
yeah,
want
Yeah,
money too. So I will always share, oh, government is giving free money. Government is giving this, government is giving this. So I will always share that, because it's not boring, it's entertaining as well as informative. Because who does not want free stuff, free money, right? You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So
exactly.
I will always try to look for that kind of information.
so
Yeah.
like we will be like focusing more on beneficial information to be
Mm.
shared
Yeah,
during our
yeah.
shows and on airs compared to other
Private.
stations, I would
Yeah,
say
correct.
private, because uh, they have much flexibility compared to us, I would say.
Mm.
Yeah.
Like the topics lah, okay,
Like
basically.
that, even topic
Oh,
selections for morning show also,
Mm.
mostly we will be like focusing on government's programs,
Yeah.
government's initiatives for the people. The CSR element will be there.
Mm.
So entertainment is
yeah,
always a secondary when it comes to government
Government.
media, I would say. Yes.
yeah.
But I'm not saying that we are going to deliver all content based informations only, like very broad kind of information. No, information comes first, entertainment comes secondary for government media, I would say, in
Mhm.
my opinion. Lah. That's how it does, it works.
Yep.
Okay. We just got to know about the differences between them, actually. Okay. Satya, do you think presence of radio is still relevant with the existence of new media today?
Wow. Of course. Else, you see what question is asking.
Yeah,
No, of course it does relevant lah. It's relevant, but it's just that we are trying to transform and bringing the technology by converting our content in more on digitalizations. Like we are creating some digital based content as well. Like those days we don't have social medias like Facebook,
Mhm.
Instagrams, and all that. Now we have all these social media, and sometimes you can even you can see like Minal FM going live uh, during interview, and then
Yep.
even from locations. So not
yeah,
only in radio we are catering our listeners, but also social media users we are doing
Mm.
it. And then certain programs we are broadcasting back to our YouTube platforms. So those who miss to listen to the programs, they can really go back to our YouTube channels, and they can get the informations, or they can listen back to the
yeah,
programs that they have missed. So we are trying to diversize our content through digital, and
Mm.
we have apps, mobile apps. Those time we don't
yeah,
have mobile apps.
Yep.
We have mobile apps where you can download the apps and you can listen
yeah,
to it wherever you are in the part of the world, as long you
yeah,
have
Mm.
internet connections, and you can listen through our websites. And now we have Astro. You even can listen Minnal
Yep.
or Trax FM or any RTM
yeah.
radio stations, televisions, you know. So that's how we are trying to reach more people by using
Mm.
it these platforms. And of course, people do listen to radios not only to listen to the songs. If your intention of listening to the radios just to listen to the songs, definitely you can listen to your MP3 with your
Yep.
own song selections. That
Correct.
shouldn't be the way, you see.
Mm.
But I would say that people are listening to the radios, of course, apart from this entertainment, it's more on information as well.
Yeah.
We are
And
delivering in
interaction, like how you speak to
interactions. Yes.
people,
Uh,
Mm.
Yes, and then
Yeah,
because
yeah,
we
yeah.
don't, you can't get this in TV. You can't
Mm.
interact in TV much compared to radio. Because
Right.
radio, we tend to throw a topic. We will be like asking listeners' opinion, feedback. You know, they can freely give their opinion.
Mhm.
Depends on the topic that we are discussing based on our shows and all that. And then
Yeah.
they do have little freedom on that. And then if you are traveling, right? You will be like feel like somebody's talking to you when you listen to the
Mm.
radio.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
If your intention of listening to the radio is just to listen to songs and all that, you can get your MP3 or MP4 or your CD collections and all that. You can just listen to your favorite songs. But
Yeah.
how long? How long you
Yeah,
can do that? And
Mm.
then what about like news or information that you want to get? Current news, you can get it through our radios. Yeah, with
Mm.
instant,
yeah,
we don't have to wait 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock to watch news to grab that informations.
Mm.
Radios, we are instant. We are giving it. We are feeding you with informations always,
Mm.
always.
yeah, yeah,
Every
yeah.
10 or 15 minutes, you can listen. You don't have
Yeah,
to wait for late night or to go back home to listen to prime news and all that. So I would say it's beyond the entertainment part lah, radio. So definitely
Mhm.
it will be relevant. Maybe the methodology of you can see some transformations as time goes by. Who knows? Maybe in 2 or 3 years later, even in radio, you can see us. You can see
Yeah.
the visuals and all that because our news are
oh
doing
yeah.
it. Now you
Yeah.
can see our news are doing
Yeah.
it,
Oh
but through social media, you can see the news readers how
Mm.
they're being. You know,
Yeah.
but
One,
maybe
one
in
one
one.
quick
okay.
thing. One quick thing. Also, I just want to quickly add. I think, when people want shout outs. So on radio, maybe they are with their significant other, and then it's their birthday. So then they'll tweet in, like they'll say,
Yeah.
"Oh, hi DJ Els, can you give a shout out to my wife?" Then I'll say, "Hey." Then of course the wife, because the wife doesn't know it's a surprise. So then, hey, my
Yeah,
name
yeah.
is on radio. My name is on radio. So that is so nice lah to see. So I think that's
Kishan,
the power of
if
radio.
I
Yeah,
wish you through my phone call, I'm wishing you a birthday.
okay.
Of course you will feel happy. But how
Yes.
if
Yeah,
I wish your birthday in radio? It's a
wow.
different kind of experience, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Which
yeah.
one you prefer?
Exactly. Radio, of course.
Radio. Simple as it. They
Yeah.
will touch. Radio will touch more people, lah.
Mm.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's why.
Yep.
So yeah, thank you so much, RJ Satya, for sharing this to us. So okay, eventually, like, else, what would you like to say to those who think they want to be a radio announcer?
Oh, okay. I'm just
Yeah,
gonna
what do
be
you
very
say?
quick about this, okay? Because it's like 52 minutes already. All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay.
Well, I didn't think this will last for what, Satya. I didn't think this will last for what. Okay. So to
Else
those
time is important.
Yeah, to those who want to be radio announcer, I think like what Satya has said, you need to be interested, you need to be passionate. Like I was always interested in being in entertainment industry. That's why I know I can do it. You also need a little bit of luck, of course, a little bit of luck,
Yeah, yeah,
because luck will be on your side when it's right for you. You of course need some talent. You can't want to go on TV and then you're so shy, right? You cannot. You need to be
yeah,
confident. You need to
yeah,
have talent. Talent can be worked on, so don't worry about that. And no matter what happens, you have to keep trying and you don't give up, because not all the time you're gonna get the job. Not all of
yeah,
the time you're gonna get this, get that. So if you give up every time, what is there left? Nothing. You
yeah.
just give
I
up,
think.
sleep on your bed.
Yeah,
I think, yeah, with passionate, interested, you need to have a little bit of luck, some talent, the right time, and keep trying and don't give up. Well, scratch the last part. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's not like those days where you really have to depend
yeah,
like a commercial radio or national broadcast station like us to
Mhm.
be a radio announcer. Now
Mhm.
people are creating their own radios, own
Yes,
channels, own
yeah,
YouTube channels. They become a YouTubers. They have their own online radios and all that. So the platforms are there. So
yeah.
you can utilize it. You don't
Mhm.
really have to be, you really have to work in a national broadcast station like us to be a radio announcer. If
Mm.
you really can't get through it, you create it.
Yeah, correct,
yeah, yeah.
correct.
So I hope a lot of people have deciphered what she said just a little while ago. As the webinar coming to the end right now, just feel free to ask appropriate questions to them before signing off this webinar. And this is like QA section right now. And shall we read the comments right
Yeah.
now?
How do we read the comments?
Okay.
I saw some real time
So
comments just
beside
now,
that,
but
Miss Els and Miss Satya, who are your idols in this industry?
ooh, idols.
Frankly
Idols.
speaking, I don't really fix any idol for myself because I want to create some identity for myself. So I don't really like to follow others. I prefer to be myself.
Okay, if the question was asking like, okay, idols as in like which artist I like or something, I think I like, obviously I like K-pop, I like BTS, I also like Ariana Grande. Yeah, I also like because we work in radio, we need to like everything, but for sure I like K-pop and um pop. So yeah, those are my idols.
Okay. Okay, the next question
How do
is,
you
other than good communication skill and mastering the prime language, what other soft skills needed to be in this career?
Satya, go.
Oh my god, communication skills. Okay, soft skills. I would say that you must be very confident, and then
You need to be very
you must
aware.
you yes, you
Aware.
must key in to learn. That's
Mm,
the most important thing because
yeah.
of course not everybody's are perfect, right? We do have our flaws, and then there's always room for improvement, I would say.
Mm,
So
mm-hmm.
you must keep learning,
Yeah.
learning and learning and learning. That's the only best way to
Yeah.
improvise yourself.
Yeah.
So
Do you
even
think,
when during our our beginning time and all that, we did face a lot of challenges because you always must look for the informations, current
yeah.
informations. You must be good at that.
Mm. Do you think soft skill, like, do you think being open minded is a soft skill? Because I think you need to be very open minded
Yes,
if you work
yes.
in radio.
Yeah.
You can't be like so I mean,
Yeah.
having a conservative mindset. And then when you deliver any content to radio, you must make sure that your point or your feedback, whatever that you are sharing, is neutral. It's not like siding anybody's.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay,
So
the
like
next
I give
question.
like we gave the tips just now. Always try to start the communication first. You
Yeah.
be the starter. Don't expect others to start.
Yeah, yeah,
So from there
actually.
you can build your self confidence. Definitely, I'm doing it
Okay.
until now.
Nice,
Read a
nice.
lot. Read a lot. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. The next question is, Miss Satya, what was your biggest gig in this industry? Biggest, what is it?
Gig. Biggest
Like
gig. Biggest performance lah.
biggest performance. I don't know which to classify it.
You doing the election good.
Elections. I mean, Malaysia basis. I would say it's okay. I had few opportunities meeting Prime Minister.
Wow.
I was hosting in front of him, so of course internally I was shivering because I was hosting in Malay.
Wow.
So of course I did prepare, but when the moment I hold the mic, I forget everything and I just all
Yeah,
out. It's always happened
exactly.
because the prime minister is just standing beside you and you are announcing. I mean, the show. You are telling and you are delivering the entire thing, and people are listening. Like thousands of people are in front of you, and you are announcing in Malay, and just imagine beside you the prime minister of the country is standing with his officers and all that. So I would say it's one of my breakthrough
Mm.
beside my international involvement in
Mm.
yeah,
Nice.
Okay,
and
I
interviewing
think that,
one of our ex-minister, Mr. Gobind Singh, in our studio. So
oh,
that's
yeah.
another part also lah. Because when he entered the studio, and a small group of people entered together with him. So internally, I was shivering, but I was covering up.
Yes.
It's always like
Okay.
that. It's always like that. So you
Okay,
can't be
I
like
think,
feel so hesitate lah. You just have to go
yeah,
all out.
I think this is going to be the last question. I think so. How
Mm.
do you make sure that your content is relevant for all age groups? How
Ooh.
do you make
Okay.
sure that your
Oh, okay.
content is relevant for all age groups?
Yeah. So I would specifically, because you would know your audience, because from how they tweet in, how they interact with us, I know how to gauge my audience. So there are people messaging me. So that's why I need to look for stuff that is relevant to everyone, not just like how to say, which artist is coming over, because I'm sure people over 40, some people over 40, they're not interested in me interviewing artists. So that's why it's very difficult to look for the kind of news. So
Because
that's
normally they will expect mature content,
correct. So, and I know some of my audience, they are 16 as well. So I'm thinking in your shoes, like in people who are tuning in when they are in university or something. So I try to play music for them, and then some stories. I give like positive stories, positive news from around the world, and I try to give like infotainment, not just because I rarely share entertainment news, because I want my audience to take home something. I don't want them to take home nothing from my show.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's how I look for my content. Like it's normally positive news, inspiring news, how you can be a better person, how you can help people. So that's normally my content, because no one wants not to help people, right? No one wants to laugh at the unfortunate, right? Everyone wants to help and feel better. So that's my content, my idea of my content.
Yeah, whenever you share
Okay.
like inspiring content, definitely it'll be like a very grateful to
Correct.
others, especially during this pandemic, because everybody's like mentally down with
Correct.
all this pandemic, never ending stories, like day by day we are seeing cases and the impact is still there. So I feel that it's very important for us as a radio announcer to share this kind of positive
Yeah.
vibes, stories or inspiring stories in our shows, so that it can boost our listeners. So
Yeah.
even for my show,
Yeah.
I will really make sure that at least one or two inspiring stories I'll insert in my show. That's why even my tagline is like, aspire to inspire before expire. I
Very
fix
good.
I
that.
say.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
love to inspire others. And you have to show a good example, rather than spreading rumors,
Yeah.
negative vibes,
Yeah.
negative kind of
Exactly.
informations and all that. It's better for us to spread positivity, positive kind of vibes.
Correct.
I think
So is there
okay. This is
any other
enough.
questions?
Well, thank you for all the
Any
questions,
other question? I
guys.
think
Thank you
so.
for tuning in.
That means they are listening to us. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because yeah. I know
Wow,
right.
thank you,
And
Yuvan.
Thank you, Yuvan.
okay.
Nice of
Wow, you guys
you.
are so nice. Thank you.
Kishan, maybe they can share on how they found out this. This 1 hour session.
Yeah. You guys can always DM
Some.
us as well on
Yeah.
Instagram. It's on Masa's. Did you guys
Yeah.
tag? Kishan, did you tag us? So yeah, we can talk to you
I
there if
haven't
you
yet.
want.
I haven't
Yeah.
pressed my phone yet. I'm still after
Yeah,
ending
because
the
of
live
time
only. I'm gonna
limitation,
check.
of course,
Yeah.
we can't
Yeah.
proceed long after this. But
Yeah.
maybe if any participants over here, like you have like any questions or you want to clarify further, definitely you guys can message us in our
Yeah.
social media and all that. Definitely, we will be very
Yeah.
happy to assist you guys.
Yeah. I'm very
Yeah.
active on Instagram, so you guys can DM me there.
Yeah. You guys can buzz them through Instagram. Her Else Dines Instagram name is actually Else Dines. Am I
Yeah,
right?
Elstein. Yeah.
ELSDINES, and RJ Satya's Instagram ID is RJ Satya.
Jay Satya.
Am I right?
Ajay Satya _ Minal FM.
Underscore Minal FM.
Yep.
Minal FM. Okay.
So you guys can
I
message
think
us
that's all.
anytime.
Yeah. Thank you all for being here today and taking the time to patiently listen to what we had to say. I wish you all a blessed day. Thank you
Mm.
for watching our live and taking your
And
time and
before we
having
end the
your
live, Kishan, I would say I would like to
Thank you
convey,
to Masa.
Masa Avenue International College, a bunch of thanks for inviting us this
Yes.
Saturday. And I guess it's a productive Saturday for all of us.
Yes.
yeah. Anyway,
I put on makeup
thank
for
you.
this.
Yeah, thank you so much for the opportunities. We are really enjoy the entire session.
Yeah, very nice session.
Okay.
Thank you for this nice opportunity.
And
Yeah,
we are
see
looking
you
forward
for the
for
Wow.
other collaborations as well. Kishan?
Yeah,
We are looking
yeah,
forward
yeah.
for the upcoming programs. Definitely, you guys can approach us
Yeah.
anytime, so we
Yeah,
can see what
sure.
we can do. I mean, in the future.
Mm.
Yeah, very sure.
All right.
Okay,
Happy
anyway,
weekend.
coming to the end. Bye. Thank you everyone for watching this live and commenting different kind of questions. Anyway, thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.